$5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. Viewers of this channel continue to get big money from state stimulus. This is Purple. Purple is the hit show on this channel that goes over state stimulus. This is rent, food, utilities, and actually gifts during the holiday season. You need this assistance because you're getting the $600 stimulus check. It's landing, but that may not cover you over that first and second week of January. Unemployment benefits may be delayed. The third stimulus package, which is Biden stimulus, could get delayed. Cash Act could get delayed. And ultimately, you need this additional assistance. In this video, I'll go over how you get this free rent. Free rent. I don't care if you're on SSI or SSDI. I don't care if you're old or young. You can go get this free rent. The only people that may not get the free rent? Cows. Yeah, Sir Lloyd's is not happy about this. This is the great news, and thank you for joining me on Purple. Hey, good afternoon. Moo and get out of the way, because this is not a show for cows, but for everyone else, this is a show in which you can get free rent, free utilities, and free food. Stimulus checks from states are coming across the board. $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 are landing in people's bank accounts for utilities, and $5,000, $15,000, $20,000 is landing for free rent. You need this money, and you need it right now. And this video, I'll go over it. If you've not subscribed to this channel, please do, because this is not a channel in which I just record the news. I actually help you make the news. Viewers of this channel report what states and organizations have paid them rent. I get that information, and then I relay it back to you and repeat it. It's people helping people. That's the community of this channel. Purple. So please subscribe. Also, like this video. In this video, I'll go over what's being paid, who's paying it, and why you're going to see another round of payments coming in the next few weeks. It's all really exciting, and new things are developing by the hour. And with that, let's get to the breaking news. The breaking news is that a series of major news reports on no less than CNBC Today talks about states stepping up and providing state stimulus, because ultimately the second stimulus package is going to get delayed getting money to you. I've been talking about delays and delays for a while. Today, the Department of Labor said, don't worry, everything's coming on time. Yeah, really? Of course, that's from them. It doesn't mean that it won't land in people's accounts or from the state on time. So you need this state stimulus. What is it? It's free rent. It's $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. It's utilities. For utilities, $1,000, $500, $900. Lots of money. And it's also free food. Who can get it? Nearly anyone. I don't care if you're on SSI or SSDI. I don't care if you're an adult. I don't care if you're a child. I have viewers who had $850 a monthly rent, and they got rent paid for 6 months. Yes. Generally, the rent paid is about 6 to 12 months. It's not talking about 1 month here. And you don't have to have a certain circumstance. There's always people say, do I have to be behind on rent? Not necessarily so. Do I have to be behind on my utility bill? Not necessarily so. Everything is difficult. Go get it. So where is the money? The great news is, because now that I've been doing this recording for about 21 days, viewers have realized there's a lot more options out there than I even know. But I'm giving them the information of where to get it. It's either at a state level, at a county level, or at a city level of your government, or in a nonprofit. Let me start with a nonprofit, because some of you have heard this recording before and may have already tried certain government agencies and got to a block wall. The nonprofits are doing incredible efforts across the board. Whether you're in Ohio, Kentucky, California, Florida, Alabama, or Louisiana, nonprofits are paying rent for viewers of this channel. They are United Way, Salvation Army, Community Action, Catholic Charities, and St. Vincent de Paul are among them. I'll say that again. St. Vincent de Paul, Catholic Charities, United Way, Salvation Army, and Community Action. If you hear anything in this recording and it's so much to digest, you can always pull the toggle on the bottom of the screen and replay it and hear that part again. Okay, so what do the nonprofits do? They pay for rent. Where do they pay for rent? Across the country. I've had viewers get rent from the same organization in California that they also got rent from in Texas. I've seen viewers in one city get rent from 4 different organizations. That's the power of the purple. All right, so then utilities. Who's paying utilities? The nonprofits are paying utilities as well. But sometimes we see churches pay utilities. For example, someone said a St. Anne's in St. Louis on Natural Bridge Road paid their utilities bill. So you see sometimes smaller organizations that are paying rent as well. The good news is now you know where it is. Okay, what are you asking for when you're looking for this? You're asking for rent assistance. Those 2 words only. Only those 2 words. Don't add any words. Don't make a sentence. Don't make a paragraph. Don't make a Roman novel. Rent assistance. That's all you want to say. Rent assistance. I need rent assistance because of COVID. Then utility assistance, if you're asking for utility. And when we're talking about utilities, I mean all your utilities. Water, gas, electric, heating oil, anything like that. Telephone, all those things. Utilities and rent. And finally, food. When we're looking at the hierarchy, what's easiest and what's hardest? Easiest is utilities. And food is pretty easy also. And then the next hardest is rent. And there you go. So in addition to the nonprofits, you should generally start at your government level. So government agencies are paying rent. This is the state housing authority or the state, the county or the county housing authority, or the city or the city housing authority. It's that simple. There you go. Ultimately, there's sometimes housing authorities that you don't even know and I don't even know. You live in the city, you're like, wait a second, you exist? I didn't even know you exist. San Bernardino has a housing authority. Who knew? Viewer got rent from San Bernardino Housing Authority. But another viewer got rent in San Bernardino from Community Action. So it shows you one person got rent in San Diego from a nonprofit and another person got rent from a government agency. Wow. In a second, I'm going to go over every state and where people are getting rent from actual government agencies or nonprofits. So get a pen and paper ready. Keep me playing. Don't stop me. Keep this video playing, and I'll get you those states coming up in a short bit at the 10-minute mark of this video. Okay, so what about rent programs that we do know that are very well nationally publicized? Okay, so let me go over where we are now in December. As you sit here now, the entire state of New York has a rent program for assistance. Also, you have counties across Georgia, like Gwinnett and DeKalb. You have the city of Atlanta. Then you have Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and Nashville, Tennessee. But this is the exciting news, and this is what's breaking today, is that you're going to see every city and every county suddenly announce rent programs in the next 30 to 60 days. Yes. What happened in the second stimulus package is they got an enormous amount of money in there for rent. Now, not as much money as I would like, so this may not cover you for 10 months, but it may cover you for a few months. And they're going to send this money to the cities, counties, and states to disperse to you. How will this work? You will have to apply. It will not be automatic. You have to actually do an application, just like how I'm doing on this channel. I'm just screen it with purple. And where would it be? It will be exactly where I'm telling you where stuff is now. So the stuff that's there now that you're applying for is from the first stimulus package. This is unused money from the first stimulus package that's still sitting in rent. The second stimulus package put more money into those same rent programs. So that viewer who got rent from the San Bernardino Housing Authority, they're going to get more money for rent in the next few weeks. How soon? Ultimately, I predict maybe end of January, early February. I expect it delayed. Department of Labor today said there's no delay for unemployment benefits. Everything is going to be pokey-dory. I don't think that's true. I'm being skeptical. So ultimately, I want you to be pre-warned that money from the federal government for second stimulus for rent may be delayed. But that's why I want you to get the money that's there now from the nonprofits and from the government agencies. All right, so wow, that's a lot to process. Now that you're sitting here on, the day before New Year's Eve, who can you call? What can you do? And where are you able to do things? Nonprofits are open throughout the holidays. They'll be closed on New Year's Eve. They'll be closed on New Year's Day, obviously. Government agencies are open, except closed on New Year's Day. And but the good news is that the internet is open, so you can always go on their unemployment on their state's website or the county's website and apply. I've gotten viewers money out of Broward County, Florida, and West Palm, Florida, and Miami-Dade, and Orange and things like that. They went on their website, they saw it there, they got it in on applied. Other people went to Collier County and said, there's nothing in Collier County, Florida. Give me some nonprofits. So, it's a little bit of everything. All right, with that, there's so much hit happening. Let me now go, got your pen and paper ready. Let's now go through the individual states and the cities and tell you where great stuff is available for you to get. Again, this is information not pulled from Google. I didn't read this on a news article. I didn't pull this from some database. This is actually viewers who are just like you, who tune in and say, I got money from this, share this with other viewers, and I shared it with other viewers, and they came back another week later, and they're like, I got it too, so thank you. And if you have other success stories, join me on Purple Power Live tonight at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time and share your success stories so I can share them on the list, and other people like you can get this type of money you got as well. Sharing is believing. All right, St. Mary Magdalene paid, actually, let me say the word first. I'm first going to say the state, and then I'm going to say the organization. In Texas, viewers got paid rent by St. Mary Magdalene. In Kentucky, viewers got rent paid by Community Ministries. In New Jersey, they got paid rent by United Way. In Ohio, they got rent paid by Community Action. In Massachusetts, they got rent paid by Interfaith Social Services. In Phoenix, they got rent paid by TCDC. In Alabama, from Calling 211. In Delaware, $10,000. In Texas, from from Catholic Charities, just over and over again, a lot of times. Mississippi, you have a lot of choices. Get ready you got 4 choices, Mississippi. Mercy House, Home Saver, Salvation Army, and MSHDA Eviction Diversion. Crossroads, you got 2 choices. Excuse me, Rhode Island, you have 2 choices. You have Crossroads, and you have the Rhode Island Housing Authority. Indiana, you have 2 choices. IndianaHousingNow.org. That's a mouthful. IndianaHousingNow.org or 211. In Kentucky, for utilities, you got Community Action. In Pennsylvania, you got United Way. In New York, you got the whole state's program, but you also got one shot. In Michigan, you got Salvation Army. In Arizona, you got New Leaf. In Nebraska, you got United Way. In Georgia, you got United Way. You also have mortgage assistance from 877 Get Hope. In Dallas, you have cityofdallas.com. HEAP, H-E-A-P, is paying for rent and is paying for utilities and heating oil in a lot of places. And there you go. States are saying state stimulus checks. And I'm going to explain to you why I don't want you to sit around and wait for them, because they're not something that you should get excited about because they're so small. But those state stimulus checks have come from Maine, $600, Colorado, $375, New Mexico, $1,200, Oregon, $500, North Carolina, $335, Houston, $1,200, Pennsylvania pending, also pending New Hampshire, Rhode Island, Connecticut, Massachusetts, New York, New Jersey, Virginia, and Delaware. Austin paid $2,000, Orange paid $1,000, but paid $1,200 before. Jacksonville, $1,000, and then also pending Escambia County, Fort Worth, and Gadsden County as well. Ooh, boy, that's a lot of stuff, a lot of moolah, isn't it? Now, I want you to get this money now because it's going to be tight. That first and second week of January, it's going to be tight. It is. The unemployment benefits from this week and the first 2 weeks of January are going to be delayed. And you're going to get this $600 stimulus check for yourself, in the next few days. But after that, you're going to be tight. Paying bills that first 2 weeks of January is not going to be a walk in the park. So that's why I want you to get this $5,000, $10,000, $15,000. I've had viewers say, thank you, LALATE. I got the $4,000. This is going to really make the next 2 months, 3 months much easier on me. It does. It just does. So please go get it. So now I want you to be prepared for what comes after this. I want you to get the rent, I want you to get the utilities, and then sit back when you have it. But get ready for the next round of rent. That's third stimulus. That's second stimulus. Second stimulus that was passed last Sunday is going to be sending rent to your city and county. Get ready to get that one. And there's another one. Yeah, there's another one. Third stimulus will be sending out more money to states for rent and for frontline workers. So get ready for that. That will be in late January, early February. You see, I have a lot of stuff ready for you. Get ready to rock and roll. The video right after this goes more over that. And that's third stimulus check and third stimulus package. So join me next on that video. As always, stay informed, stay smiling, go to the Fudge channel, subscribe. Also like this video. Have a great day and join me next on third stimulus check and third stimulus package in about 5 minutes. Take care.